that Cowboy Mike says that a lot. And what I'm not gonna say it says that a lot, but he's made the point of that, and and it resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he's dominating, a league of bigs or whatever, but nobody will ever say like who is Giannis dominating. Like we could just clearly see that he's playing great basketball. Like nobody ever was like, well, what like who's the dominant person at Giannis' position that he's going up against every game. You know what I'm saying, or all this other stuff. We can see though that he's still averaging a 30 ball and leading the Bucks and being really the main character on the Bucks. But I guess it's just a different style of play that everybody is attracted to. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like again that this is some star-studded big league. Like, oh, shit. And I also
But
said, just to bring it home real quick, I mean, it's the same thing with Mahomes. I don't feel like Mahomes came into a league like other previous quarterbacks. Not making a point, just that I don't feel like he came into a league where there were other quarterbacks already higher than him that wasn't being pushed out the door, or you know what I'm saying, mid-range quarterbacks like we might have Matt Stafford who was competing for championships. Everybody else though was people that was wet behind the ears. So it's like it's different, and because I can agree with the point about the level of competition. So I definitely feel it. I feel like Joker though, just, same with Mahomes and same with Greek Freak. They're playing basketball. They're playing their sport at a level where it's like it don't really matter who's lining up in front of them, dog. Anybody would have caught the work, in my opinion.
yeah,
You still got me?
yeah.
Oh, I thought I lost you. I was like, damn, he ain't saying nothing.
No,
You heard?
somebody was calling me.
Oh
Um,
shit! You heard what I said, all
since
right?
I'm on, yeah.
All
Well,
right,
like
cool.
there's a but there I think there's a couple of things to unpack there though. Like
For sure.
so like when we were talking about previous eras, and I don't know why my camera isn't showing right now, um, but when
I'll
I
just
look
close out the
at
Safari and come back in.
hold on, well, yeah, so I was when I was looking at it, thinking about it as you were saying it.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you got somebody like Shaq, for example, you know what I mean. You had your David Robinsons, Elijah Ones, Ewings, and people like that were among the league leaders in scoring and things along that line from the center position.
Right.
Whereas today, a lot of the centers we play this positionless style of ball. You know what I mean? To
For
where
sure.
when you're looking at it, um, there's nobody that really puts stress on Joker from a defensive standpoint. You know what I mean? There's nobody that really night to night where he has to prepare like I gotta stop this guy. You know what I mean? But the difference is that he transcends the position by everything else that he does.
Right.
So that's where the argument is kind of. I think it just depends on what side of the fence that you sit on, and I also think that a lot of it is generational too, because people feel that whatever era they watched, that's how it should be. Like, this is how David Robinson and them played. So if you don't play like that, you're lesser than.
Yeah. And that's why I tried to contrast it with the Greek Freak because it's like nobody's ever saying like who's standing in front of goal, who's guarding Greek Freak every night. Like it doesn't matter. You getting 30 on your head. I don't know why that
Right.
matters. Like And because I mean, again, when we talk about Shaq, I mean, he got swept with Penny and them multiple
Well,
times.
I think I read that he's been swept a total of 5 times.
I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I get it. Not everybody has that story of where, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes the cards don't work like that for you to have to go through the same team every year. Like sometimes you come into a situation where your team is ready to go. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you never
Well,
get it right. Like,
but I also think that that point is a byproduct of what I was trying to talk about last night, where you know what I mean. So like, for example, um, so Shaq got swept a couple times, right? That we just talked about. You know what I'm saying? He got swept in the conference finals. He got swept in the finals. You know what I mean? So like, if he was getting swept in the first round all the time, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a different conversation. But I think a lot of people have lost value on getting to the conference finals or getting to the AFC championship game or those type of things because everything is so championship centric that sometimes even making the finals isn't good enough.
I mean, I feel you, dog. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, niggas only really talk about the things that we gonna remember. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all try, talk about, or joke about, things that we should care about or things we do care about. I mean, bro, I'm gonna have to think for a second about who was in the 2013 AFC Championship. I mean, I know who it was off the top of my head, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Or the 2013 NFC Championship.
Right. And shout out to the jersey, by the way. That's my squad.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, shout out to Manchester for sure. Chelsea.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Chelsea. That's my squad. But yeah, like I think but I think I don't think you necessarily have to remember the year per se, but just remember. So like for example, right? John Elway, or Jim Kelly lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? John Elway lost 3 straight Super Bowls. And I've never heard anybody say that.
would Elway and bruh, if Terrell Davis never was born or decided to not play football, would John Elway be Jim Kelly?
He would. But I think that and that's a part of my issue because sometimes winning championships are a matter of circumstance. It's a matter of health. You know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff. So that's why I like to peel it back because I can easily say, hey, this person won a championship. This person won 2 championships. You know what I mean? But did they even perform well? Like, in the
Yeah.
midst of like Peyton Manning is a good example, right? The first Super Bowl that he won in that playoff run, he threw 3 touchdowns and 7 interceptions
Yeah, buddy.
in the whole
Yeah,
playoff
not
run.
that one. Not that one. That was
You know
before.
what I'm
I got
saying?
you.
And then obviously we saw what the Super Bowl that he won with the Broncos looked like.
Come on, bro.
So I'm gonna measure his Super Bowl wins differently, than somebody that played well. Or I'm not gonna shit on somebody for losing a Super Bowl and they played well where he was just fortunate that the rest of his team stepped up.
Yeah, and I definitely feel that. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, um, I do want to keep it NFL because I feel like basketball just now. I'm not gonna say just now started to get parity, but it's like it kind of. Do you feel like in the NFL that we are in one of the more balanced eras as far as um end of season quarterback battles? Like, do you feel like we're always seeing the best quarterbacks in the biggest moments like we do like in the past? Like, do you feel like we always found a way to get a Montana? Who was, I can't even think of another dominant AFC quarterback in the '80s. Elway,
Well,
maybe.
I think that yes, because when you go back and look at it, there wasn't a lot of free agency, obviously going on at that time, and trades weren't like a big topic of conversation as far as as often, and the media hang on to them and talk about potential trades and things like that. So when Montana
Yeah.
was coming up, the 49ers was just better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And they just had the same team year in and year out. You know what I mean? And then when the 90s came on, for example, and then San Francisco got him the year after that, and ironically, that was when they both won their last Super Bowls was when they had Dion.
Dion,
So
yeah.
so yeah. So but then over the years, we as time progressed, we started to see people like Brad Johnson win Super Bowls and Trent Dilfer win a Super Bowl, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth. And as you go forward, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. And
All right now.
say I
All right
never
now.
really thought of Joe Flacco as a super elite quarterback or whatever
All right
that
now. 2-5.
what?
All right, 2-5. Sustenance.
What?
Objection. Objection.
You
What?
think? Do you
Substance.
think Joe Flacco's is an elite quarterback?
No.
Even in his
No,
prime,
I'm
you
asking
wouldn't say
Cups.
that he was a top quarterback. Not top 5, but a top
Not
quarterback.
elite.
I mean,
Not
obviously a
elite.
top
I
quarter.
would say good.
Like, yeah, obviously a top quarterback, yes, like a top 10-ish type quarterback. But I don't think, like, just off the top of my head right now, I don't recall being like, yo, Joe Flacco's great, or like, oh man, if this team had Joe Flacco, or, I don't remember doing any of that.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you, though. I do feel like that Joe Flacco post Lamar Jackson, who would have probably been the best quarterback to date on any other team. I still feel like Joe Flacco is the best quarterback the Ravens ever produced, and they
I,
drafted him.
I, I think that Joe Flacco, well, the Ravens were only in existence for like 10 years before they drafted him. You know what I mean? But I think that Joe Flacco is, to a lesser degree, the things that I say about Eli. Like, he just showed up in big games.
Yeah, the biggest.
So, Cowboy Mike, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Do you feel like the era of competition that we are in now? Do you feel like I'll even expand the question? Do you feel like we are seeing, just specifically when we're talking about end of the season, do you feel like we are seeing the biggest quarterback matchups in the biggest games, or even the best teams in the biggest moments, or like just like we've seen in the past? Do you feel like, which era do you feel like had the biggest quarterbacks in the biggest moments? Like,
Well, I mean, I think we're getting the duels we were looking for. Like they haven't missed yet. Like I feel like the NFL and the schedule makers. Even I get mad every year we had to play the damn Redskins or the Eagles at the end of the year. It's good because you get to get those good matchups. You know what I'm saying? So I think they did a good job for the schedules. I think we are getting those matches we're looking for. We're getting Lamar versus Josh. We're getting Lamar versus Mahomes. We're getting, you know, Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen. We're really seeing these guys in real time really do their thing.
for
I mean,
sure.
but my favorite area, is gonna be probably, you know, those Steve Young and like Aikman Jones was probably my favorite. But the Brady Manning is like always up there for me.
For sure. For sure. Very, also a very underrated duel. I know y'all ain't not gonna remember this, John. 2015 Giants Saints, dog. Eli versus Drew Brees. I don't know where that shit came from, but that
I
shit came
remember
out of
that.
nowhere.
I remember that game. That was an amazing
Yeah,
game. Amazing duel.
You know what I'm
Eli,
yeah.
saying?
There was a 17-point comeback in that game.
You know what I'm saying? So, do y'all feel like do y'all feel like that in the NFL today? How do I want to say this? How do I want to say this? Well, y'all got a question? I got to work on mine real quick.
So what now?
I said I had to work on my question. I was going to ask a question, but I got to work on it.
Oh, I got you. Well, look, to me, I mean, we already seen. I don't know if y'all talked about this already or not, but have we given a reaction on Scary Terry possibly being traded?
Not in depth. You know what I'm saying? We already know that Kirk Cousins, you know what I'm saying, feels a way about it.
Real?
Do you feel like
it's,
go ahead.
So I feel like there's a couple of things at play here. There's that old school part of me that I don't necessarily like, but it's just in there that says, yo, play out your contract. You know what I mean? But I also understand that the NFL is not guaranteed and they can cut you at a moment's notice or any of that stuff, and you don't get a lot of money out of that. Like, you get whatever was guaranteed to you, which outside of quarterbacks isn't always necessarily the most or highest percentage that a player should get. So from that standpoint, I understand Terry trying to lock down long-term security, you know, and I can't knock him for that, you know, because of the way that the league operates, you know. So with that being said, I don't have a problem with him asking for a trade because I feel that he's obviously been the best receiver on the team since the time he showed up to the team. You know what I mean? Like, only 1 year was under 1,000 yards, which was his rookie year, and he still had something like 912 yards. So at this point, if I'm Terry, I'm looking at Washington like, why do y'all feel that y'all shouldn't pay me?
Right.
You know what I mean? And now we just made the NFC Championship game. So why are you sitting up here playing these games when if that's what it is, you could pay me. We play out this season, and then you could trade me next year.
Straight up, cause y'all still added. We still adding to the team. So it's like, are you trying to replace me? Are you trying to phase me out, or are you trying to keep me within the unit because you feel like I'm an actual contributor to this team?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. I don't understand the logic. Because I'm like, yo, like Tuba said, like you just made it to the NFC Championship game. Like, you can't bring Debo over here. Debo Samuel making $20 million a year, and I don't know what Scary Terry's making per year, but like, fam, if you saying I'm your number one guy, and he's proving that shit with no help, with no quarterback at a lot of times. Y'all just got a quarterback. So it's like, damn, dog, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, I don't understand, like, from a business perspective, like, you're gonna reward Terry. He hasn't had no off the field issues. He's gotten better every year he's been with the Redskins. Like, I talk shit, you know, but I still can pull back and say, damn, it's a damn good player, dog. He blocks, he's a willing, you know, he's good in the community. You know, so I like guys like that should be rewarded with no questions asked, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's making about 22 this year.
I mean, do y'all feel like I mean, I want to stay on Terry, but do y'all feel like, I mean, in the league now, I mean, we can talk about basketball if y'all want to. Do y'all feel like there's any more like legacy guys or loyalty guys or guys who will remain in one jersey for at least 95% of their career?
I don't know, man. Like, it's tough. Maybe Mahomes, maybe.
Like, are we only looking at guys who's more likely going to only play their prime? Like, are we going to look forward to only guy playing their prime or their start of their season or start of their careers in one place? Like,
I think that will only apply to quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like longevity?
Yeah, like so Joe Burrow, for example, I don't see him not on Cincinnati unless he just falls off a cliff. You know what I mean? Like, but somebody like, say, Jamar Chase, you know, to keep it on Cincinnati, in 3 or 4 years from now, and Cincinnati still don't have a damn defense, you know what I'm saying? They might decide, like, hey, we need to get some draft picks so we can rebuild this defense. Or, you know, we might need to try to see if we can get one of these guys off the Eagles that is ready to get paid now. That, you know, like a Jordan Davis or like a Jalen Carter or somebody. Like, maybe now we could trade Jamar Chase and get not necessarily those exact people, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like we could
Of
get
course,
somebody
for
that's
sure.
top,
of course.
but I think with the quarterbacks, they're just going to rot it till the wheels fall off. Because I mean, what reason? Even if Buffalo doesn't make a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, you're going to always feel that since I have Josh Allen, I got a chance.
Facts,
For sure.
facts.
For
And
sure.
that's all you really ask for is a
And
chance. Like
Yeah, yeah,
week, I want to feel like I got an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. That's what you want to feel like.
right.
so in the league, I mean, what would it take? Like, cause the reason why I asked is because again, it's a new ownership and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm not saying that loyalty doesn't matter, but it's like, what is the priority for ownership? Like, is it to literally get their own guys? Like, like I'm pretty sure Magic Johnson isn't in the scouting room. Like,
So I
Great point.
think that. So I think, just spitballing. I think that he's about to be 30. If you give him, say, a 4-year deal, he's going to be 34 at the end of that deal. And, you're looking at your team saying, we had to go out here and get Von Miller. Bobby Wagner's old as shit. Jonathan Allen is always a time bomb. Is he going to be here or not? So, like, I think you're looking at it from the standpoint of, is it smart for me to invest $35 million into this receiver that's going to be 34 in a few years when I have other holes on this team that need to be, for us to get over the top? Because you could sign Scary Terry, but then if you don't have the money to get defense or whatever, people going to say Washington never built their defense.
shit, man, you gotta lock down your best players. I mean, I feel you. You know, what I'm saying? I feel like Von Miller. I feel like Von Miller called y'all. I feel like Von tried to see what was up with y'all. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all were already. I feel like for real, y'all still playing with house money because y'all made the NFC Championship on a rookie quarterback. I feel like everything y'all doing right now is playing with the house until maybe next year or the year after.
Right, but I think you could make a timeline, and I'm not saying that I agree with what I'm about to say, but you could make the timeline argument too. Like, let me get a receiver who's closer in age to JD.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody he played with in college.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you do
I
that,
agree.
that negates the fact you bringing Debo over. Like, it's not like Debo came over as a free agent. They traded for him, correct?
Debo didn't come year
Yes.
one though.
So I would have traded for Debo if I knew I was trying to get a receiver younger to be on Jaden Daniels, I guess, level.
But also,
Age wise.
Debo's only making, and Rez can back me up on this, I think Debo's only making close to 20 or something like that, or barely over
It's like
20.
23. It's like 20,
Yeah,
23, something like that.
so if I'm paying him 20 or 23 or whatever the number is, and Terry wants 35, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on.
He said the floor was 30.
Hold on. My bad, 25. You said he wants what?
No, he wants close to 30. So from what I've been reading, Washington
I didn't
has
know this.
Dallas Mike is offended.
Washington has brought up something like around the $33 million a year range, and reports reports are reports. I don't know what's true and what's not, but
Of course.
reports say that he wants more than that.
Oh
So
no, he might be bugging.
So Justin Jefferson got 35.
I see reports that he'll take 30.
Justin Jefferson got 35. Chase obviously got 40. Obviously, he ain't getting 40. But this is where we always talk about. You talked about this when we were talking about Brock Purdy. And I was like, yo, I would offer Brock Purdy like 52 or so. And you were like, nah, fuck that. I want the whole 61.
Because I'm going to tell you why I said that. And I feel like, we talked about this, I think me and Rez last year too, with Brandon Ayuk. It's like it gets to a certain point. Again, Brock Purdy went to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, Scary Terry has done a really good job, but he hasn't mentioned that, he hasn't put y'all on top for a Super Bowl. I feel like his resume alone allowed him to get in that conversation. Now, if Scary Terry was not under contract, he was the next man up, then I would advocate for him to ask for 35. Not saying he would get it because his talent level is not on the same level as Jamar Chase or JJ, but you still try to go get those things. Now, for you, Scary Terry, nigga, you better take that 33 and shut the fuck up. Like, I'm thinking Cuz won like 28 or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, 30, you want 35? You got to be kidding me, dog. Like,
I say 31, 32.
Yeah, you got to 32. You got to read the room, bro. Like, you playing for no reason. Like, you know, like look, I'm being transparent, and it's a good thing too. I was negotiating with somebody this past week, no bullshit, and I could have took what I was gonna take. I took $2,000 less just because I wanted to be in a more comfortable spot, and I was able to keep some people I wanted. You got to read the room. You can't just be greedy. You want to. I'm a max out type nigga. Obviously, I tell you all the time. I want to get the most. But in a situation where you're trying to negotiate, you got to realize if I get the most, it's the same thing with Carmelo going to the Knicks. I'm by myself. Why would I want to do that for? Then I got to try to figure out how to, because it's too much.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you strive for more, but damn, dog, you can't, bro. 35 niggas not paying you. Well, this is not gonna pay you 35. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So then you have to fundamentally ask yourself certain questions, right? You know, and I'm just making up a scenario right here, but do I want Terry for the next 3 years, or do I potentially want somebody like Jeremiah Smith for 7 or 8 years?
Yes, sir. Now you're talking.
That's where you got to get into the weeds of, if I pay him, you know, say I'll have this dude on a rookie, like a Jeremiah Smith or somebody on a rookie contract or whatever the case may be. But Terry will be gone by the time Jeremiah Smith comes up, you know, for his big extension or whatever. But then you got to figure out what's Debo's future too, because Debo wants to get paid.
Yeah, you're right.
They done already bit that bullet though. Like y'all done already brought him over. If y'all valued Scary Terry, it's the same thing that Cowboy Mike was trying to talk about with goddamn Dak and CD and them. If you care about these guys, keep them in the building. Like y'all making all these moves, y'all doing having all this discourse surrounding other players. If y'all care about this player, just get the deal done.
Just get it done. Like I would have got Scary Terry done before I got Debo done. You're hustling backwards. To me, it would, as a you know, person that's been in business for a minute, it would show me, like I tell people all the time, people can talk your ears off. What they willing to offer you is how they value you. They can tell you, oh, we like you, we love you, you're good at it. You know, what you're willing to offer me is how you feel about me.
But see, going off of the reports, if they are true, I don't think offering him 33 shows that you don't value him.
100%. I think he's overvaluing himself.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you just dropped the ball on me with that one for sure. Like, I think he's overvaluing himself, in my opinion. And I think he's a really good receiver, like I already said. But man, you like you said, you just went to the NFC Championship game. Like, it's a golden opportunity. You take less bread now, you know, you're gonna be with a quarterback that's gonna solidify for years to come. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't understand it now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And are you gonna let $2 million be the reason why you have to start over?
Dog, no, I'm not.
And you ain't got no leverage.
You got no leverage at all. Like, y'all 100% right. Like, man, that shit crazy. You wild.
It's like, yo, I'll send your ass to New Orleans and call it a day.
Facts. You get all the money you want in New Orleans. You by yourself.
I tell you this, he can't come to San Francisco in 33. So 35, 33 or 35. None of that's happening in San Francisco.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where, you know, like we were talking about James Cook a couple of months ago, and how James Cook was like, yo, I want 20 or whatever the case may be, or whatever the number was. So Saquon just got 20. And it's like, okay, look, I understand that you think you're going to be next guy up at that time that you become available. Am I going to pay you what Saquon is getting? Now, if Saquon was getting 14, then we could have that conversation. But he's getting 20.
So that's the thing. I always struggle with when they're like, oh, well, this guy's getting this, because I'm like, all right, cool. So now you want to play the comparison game, and it's sort of like with your kids, right? Your kids will be like, oh, well, you did this for this person, so I want you to do it for me. But then you also say, okay, now we get into the comparison game, right? Do you really want to compare you versus this other kid? I don't think you do. So let's just work with you as you are and just look at what the market says. And based on what the market says, let's make a decision. And too often, guys aren't being realistic in their expectations. When you look at the fact that a team does have a salary cap, your job is to make as much money as possible, right? I understand that your agent's job is to make sure they get as much money for you as possible. But you still exist in a salary cap environment where they have to be able to pay the rest of the team. And you can say, oh, well, that's y'all's problem. Yes. And in that equation, or that we are looking out for our best interests. And that includes how much the tops is that we can pay you. We can't pay you. You're not going to get 100% of what you want. And back to Mike's point, a lot of people don't understand negotiation, very basic negotiation. And in a true negotiation, in a true negotiation, nobody's 100% happy. Nobody feels they got 100% of what they want. If you walked away, if anybody walks away from it feeling like they got 100% what they want, then it's a bad negotiation.
100%.
Most people should feel like they had to give up something in order to find that middle ground.
Yes, sir. You are not.
And a lot of these players don't get that, and they're like, "Well, I just want my number. This is my number. I want this number." Nah, you're not gonna get your original number. You need to make your original number higher so you can get the number that you actually want.
And that's why for me as a regular dude.
So if you want to get the 30, if you want to get the 33, you should be saying, "Oh, I want 40." And then when you get 33, boom, I got 33. That's what I actually wanted.
Right.
Or if I get 30, like that's really close to what I wanted. I'm cool. But like, I want 33. I'm not accepting anything less than 30.
And that's where it gets wild because just as a regular dude, I don't know the difference between 33 and 36 million.
Me neither, and I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the same people that, and this ain't a shot at you, Coach Will, I'm just talking in general. A lot of the people that are saying like, yo, you got to pay him, when they pay him and he gets hurt in 2 years, or, Washington still doesn't win a Super Bowl or anything, or doesn't even win the NFC East, people going to be like, look at how dumb they were for paying Terry.
100%.
So for the record, as a fan, I want Terry on the team. You know what I mean? But there's also a bigger picture that has to be examined and considered. Like every situation ain't the same. Like Minnesota, had to pay Justin Jefferson that because Justin Jefferson was out there breaking Randy Moss's records and stuff.
100, bro. 100. Some shit ain't the same.
Terry had 13 receiving touchdowns last year.
He had a great year. He had a great year. Great year.
He did.
Like Red said,
and then you also got to remember too. If I pay Terry today, what do I do when Jaden comes up?
Shit.
All right.
Take a hometown discount now, play.
No, remember Seattle? Everybody was like, yo, Seattle won the Super Bowl while Russell Wilson was on a rookie contract.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was awesome. They ain't win shit after he got paid.
Russ. That was it. Shop closed. Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, facts.
So that's what I'm saying. So now
Richard Sherman went to the 49ers. I mean, it was way more that happened.
All down with the Niners.
But that's the point, though. That's the point. They weren't able to keep all of them at that point because Russ was eating up so much of the.
Earl Thomas.
No, I know, but I'm just saying though, like so with Washington, right? We just talked about this. Von Miller old, Bobby Wagner old. You know what I mean? I brought up Jonathan Allen. You know what I mean? Like so then Debo probably wants to get paid too. So like at some point, you know what I mean? Like somebody got to go.
Debo not getting another contract from Washington.
Yeah, but I don't see Debo getting another contract at all.
Right. So when Jaden comes up, Dak then already got 60. so when Jaden comes up, if you come at Jaden with anything less than 55 as the initial starting point,
He's in there for me.
it's going to be drama again.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what Lamar and the Ravens went through.
Yeah, that shit was nasty too. And you don't want that. You don't want that shit at all
All that matters.
to happen. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So we could make short-term decisions living in the moment based on like what you should do based off of like loyalty and those type of things. But like but I'm looking at this like, you know, like if I pay this man 30 whatever it
Mhm.
is, and then Jaden comes in here, whatever the case may be, now I gotta find scapegoats. If we don't win, I gotta fire Dan Quinn.
Man,
You know what I'm
ripple
saying?
effect.
Like if we like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Ripple effect. You hitting that on the head, the nail on the
I
head.
mean, I just feel like though y'all have been underachieving for the longest time. I feel like if anything, the new management should be looking for ways to invoke faith or some type of conviction in the fan base to let them know that we are trying at least to. We have been heading in the right direction since around Taylor Heineke, but we want to show y'all that we have a commitment that to stay headed in the right direction. We are going to do that by securing one of our most valued players, and there's no way that any critic or analyst is going to be like, yeah, well, they'll be just for the financials of it, they'll be a better team without Scary Terry. Next
shit, we thought the Houston Texans was gonna die when they got rid of Hopkins. They doing just fine.
Real talk. I mean, you
That's because they have a quarterback.
you
now.
do draft
They have
guys
a
after that.
quarterback.
They did, but
got
they
a
but they
built-in team.
didn't.
They
But
got a
they
lot of
didn't.
and Nico Collins has been there this entire time.
But they didn't have a quarterback, and that's the thing. We're basing all this stuff off of what it would look like right now or in the short term. You know what I mean? Like the long
When they
term.
moved
So like,
Dominique
yeah,
Hill, they still had what's his name though.
like regardless if you keep Scary Terry or not, like regardless if you keep him or not, you still have to sign the right free agents. You still have to draft well. So signing him doesn't get rid of the need for the rest of that.
So you're saying
So
get
with the
rid of
Texans,
him so we can make the other make everything else easier.
no, I want to keep him. I'm just saying, like from a devil's advocate standpoint, you know what I mean? Like we thought Minnesota was gonna die without Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? We thought that the Texans were gonna die without Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? We thought Buffalo was gonna die without some of the defensive players that they had to let go of a couple years ago. We thought Kansas City was going to die without Tyreek Hill.
That's true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
And that's the problem because we're reacting in real time. But then after the fact, we're not going to come back and say, oh, damn, Washington did that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's not going to be the billboard piece. But like you said, though, I think 33 was a fair offer. I think they have showed, to Cup's point, that they're walking in good faith and want to take care of their guys. I don't think 33 is a slap in the face.
yeah, what's CD? CD getting about 34,
Yeah, about
right?
34. He fell right under. And I think Wichita fell
Yeah,
under
so
him.
so it's not like,
What's his name?
and I think
Addison, I think, fell under him too.
I think DK Metcalf is. I think DK
And I
Metcalf
think-
is the most recent person who just got 33 or 34.
and I think Ayuk got 34.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? So if you're Scary Terry or whatever, like if you're Washington, it's not like I offered you 27.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like 27, 28, like, and still then I'm like, okay, damn, that was kind of, some bullshit, but at least they made you an offer. I didn't even know he was making that much to make 23, and they offered he wants 35. Like that's not realistic. I just again, I let people all the time like you gotta read the room, man. You gotta know where you are, know how people value you and how they look at you, and just understand your surroundings, what you're surrounded by. It's not like you playing for
Well,
and
a lot of-
Cuz what's Cuz from a couple years ago who led the league in passing? I forgot his name.
Watson.
Who?
You said
Deshaun
Watson.
No, I'm talking about the Washington quarterback.
Oh, it was damn, North Carolina, Sam Howell.
Yeah.
He,
How you playing with Sam Howell anymore? Like, dog, come on, man.
Damn, I forgot about my man Sam Howell. He did throw like 4,000 some yards.
yeah, he also threw 21 touchdowns and 21 interceptions that year too.
He also did that. But Cowboy
You
Mike,
know
my
what I'm
question
saying?
is, would you have this same attitude towards the locker lawyer? Would you tell him to read the room?
Yes, I would. Even though Michael Parsons, again, in the last 3 years is third in sacks. I think he's number 1 in tackles as far as linebackers and shit. So like you got Miles Garrett at number 1. You got Hendricks and from the Bengals, number 2.
Cincinnati,
Yeah, you
Hendrickson,
got
yeah.
him at number 2, Henderson, sorry. And then you got Micah. Last 3 years. I'm looking up this morning. So it's like he has a point to get paid, but brother, you gotta read the room, man. Like, to me, Jerry Jones does this shit with everybody. He did this shit with Zeke, did this shit with Dak, he did this shit with CeeDee Lamb. Like, you're taking this shit personal. This shit is not personal, dickhead. Like, you gotta understand what you're dealing with.
Oh,
And he
that's so
and he
crazy.
always gets burned because you know what I'm saying, the first time they paid Dak, he probably could have got away with like 32 or so, but then he waited that extra
Easily, he
year.
could have came to Dak
Fellas,
week 1.
fellas, it's crazy that I just brought this topic up. Michael Parsons just posted on social media that he has formally requested.
Wow. Breaking news on the Hot Box, exclusive.
Breaking news in the hot box. Michael Parsons
Let's see.
has formally requested.
But Jerry didn't even learn from Dak the first time because he did the same thing the second
Exactly.
time.
That's what I'm saying. It's a pattern here. This is how you negotiate down to the wire. But like my thing is, again,
Like he could have.
I don't understand why. Again, like I said, read the room. Man, Channing Crowder said some shit that was so poignant on the pivot. He said, "Nigga, when they draft a guy in the number 1, 2, or 3 in your spot, they're trying to replace you. When they drafted that kid out of BC as a Raku, you should have known right then and there what time it was. They're planning to have a backup plan for you. Sam Williams is coming back next year off the injury.
And I like him.
Me too.
I like as a Rock.
So again, you again read the fucking room, dummy. Like, okay, let me negotiate. You know, like Red said, I'm a shoot a wild shit out there. You know, and wherever I fall in between there, I'm comfortable with. You know, like you can't.
See, and this is the other dumb part. If you know how you feel and you want to do all this, then trade him before he comes out with a request, and you ain't gonna get the assets that you were gonna get if you would have just traded him.
Word, because now they know the price going down. Because now they know y'all in the.
Come on now. But the only thing that we're in a still good spot because he's still in the contract. We picked up his 5th-year option, so it's not like the fact he's a free agent. So I mean, he's negotiating off his own, you know, so to speak. So it's like, but my thing, he should have known when you're getting cozy with Jerry. That's a no. You never get cozy with Jerry because Jerry's trying to get you in a room to make you do the jump. Mike got upset because Jerry don't want to talk to his agent because he's not in house. He's not a guy that Jerry wants to, you know. That's how Jerry works. If you're not a guy I can control or I can make, you know, I don't want to deal with somebody I'm not comfortable with, so to speak. That's how he views shit. And he said over and over. The contract broke down when Michael wanted to, you know, he was like, nah, talk to my agent, don't talk to me no more. But don't go into the joint saying you want to talk to Jerry and act like you're gonna do the deal. When the whole time you was trying to, you know, I don't know what you was trying to pull, really. Understand? He is like that's a
just an off question. Do y'all feel like, because you know it is a monkey see monkey do league, and if they see something that worked or had legs, they might try it again. Do y'all feel like there might be another instance where another team tries to pull what the Jets pulled on Hassan Reddick, trade for a guy needing a contract or trying to get another deal, and then not offering him the market rate or the deal that he was trying to sign from the team that he was?
That's a great fucking question, dog. Great question. I won't even think about that. They might rent Michael for a year and say, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Because Hassan Reddick said that shit out. Well, I mean, he still ended up playing week 1, right? Like it lasted like down to the wire.
Yeah. So like it came down to the wire, and then after that they went on to shipped him off. It's crazy.
And I said, didn't he get hurt? Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
That's cool. Shout out to the Jets, man.
And you know where Hassan Reddick is now, right?
He's in Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Wow.
He ended up on a better team, and that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean, with a guy like Micah Parsons, or even with Terry, you know what I mean, like, because you know, like, you were talking to Ivan and everything, like, yo, send him to New England, and like what are you gonna do in New England? Like, if nothing else, you know, say he gonna play there for a year, and then, you know, he's free to do whatever he wants, I guess. You know what I mean? Or the Patriots could swing and get something, you know, out of it.
Yeah.
We lead the league in cap space. If we was to trade for Terry, I know he's not gonna play without a deal, but we could give him a jump, bro. I'd give Terry a 3 jump. I don't give a fuck. I'd give Terry a 3 jump, and I'd let Stephon Diggs walk. I feel like Scary Terry right now is a better wide receiver than Stephon Diggs, and we have a very friendly deal with him, and I'm very confident that if we felt like we had to, we could get out of that jump, or if we wanted to, we can get out of that jump after this.
100%.
And then you got a guy like Micah Parsons out there, so it's like, you know, any team could take a Micah Parsons.
Any team. Who would deny that? You can't.
That's why I feel like if Dallas is smart, again, I said this maybe 2 years ago, I would have traded Micah, because I just don't like his. I don't like his as a personality. I don't think he fits our team. As like, he just does shit that's just like, and I like the fact he's standing for his money. Don't get it fucked up, but the way he just do shit, like after the game, like he'll talk about on this podcast, like, yeah, you have a quarterback. You say I have a top 10 quarterback that I'm, you know, evaluating, and saying you don't even put Dak in that shit. Like, even jokingly, you could just say, yeah, Dak number 1. He don't do that. Even if you don't feel that way, nigga, you don't go on your podcast and don't put Dak in your top 5. That shit is crazy.
Right.
That's tough.
You go around the locker room saying shit about you get into it with D-Law. It's like, my nigga, like, you ain't really no leader like that. Like, you're not like a Ray Lewis type guy that can galvanize guys and guys want to follow you and shit. Like, that's to me when I evaluate giving the big bucks to, gotta be all in. And he mentioned TJ Watt. You know, Watt, he probably was holding out too. He fucked up. Like, they was trying to trade him at one point.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So it's part of the business. He like, oh, he just got taken care of immediately. Nah, Myles Garrett was trying to get out of there too. Yeah. Niggas forget.
Yeah,
he got paid too eventually.
Yeah, me and Raph were talking about, like, draft night. We were like, yo, if you're a team like Carolina, you know what I'm saying, see what TJ Watt is worth.
For sure.
Exactly. But he gets so emotional about shit. Like, my nigga, this part of the process. You and your team got to be steadfast and say, bro, we under contract. Either they're gonna acquiesce to our demands, because the public pressure alone will get to them.
Right.
But you can't be the same way. Like, okay, I got 12 sacks. Again, last 3 years he was 3rd, and then in the playoffs you don't show up. You was hurt last year. Like, you're not coming off a good season to be talking like you really that nigga. Like, late in the year you fade. You know, we watch you on the sideline huffing and puffing and shit. Like, niggas know, like, so I'm understanding how Jerry evaluating that shit. That's why I'm like, we went second round. DS, oh shit, Micah better tighten up.
Yeah, dog.
You know, you just gotta read the room, man. I tell niggas all the time, life is about timing, reading the room, being ready, staying ready. You gotta stay ready, nigga, because the opportunity will come and it'll pass your ass by.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I just look at Cuz like he fucking himself up. And again, it's equity playing with the Dallas Cowboys. That podcast you got, nigga, that shit not gonna. You go play in Seattle, that podcast going away, my nigga. I promise you that.
I'm dead. Damn,
you got that shit
in Seattle with D-Law.
Exactly. You go to Seattle with D-Law. That shit is dead. Like, you go play with Cincinnati somewhere. That shit, you're not getting no podcast deal. Partly because you want the Dallas Cowboys, you got that deal. Again, I hate to give Trey no credit, but man, it's a big brand, dog. This is about branding.
Do you feel like Micah Parsons is I mean, obviously the team will be different. But do you feel like Dallas might be leaning again towards offense now that Dak is fully healthy and y'all have better receivers?
Absolutely, Cubs. Another great question. Yes, sir, I do. The fact that we went in plus for George Pickens showed me that, oh yeah, Jerry, not saying he all in, but Jerry understands you can't win football games just having Dak in a bunch of third string receivers. Right. You can't go back out there with Jalen Tolbert and fucking Turpin, and Jalen Brooks and all these guys. Like, no, these guys are
you can't rely on Brandon.
Yeah, Turpin is a beast though. Yeah, you couldn't rely on Brandon Cooks. He was hurt half the year. I remember asking Val, like, yo, where that nigga been at? Like, that nigga got a hurt heel? I'm like, a hurt heel? He done missed 6 games straight. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like my mind, I'm like, yo, you got to do better. So the fact that we went and got Pickens is like, and we signed Dante Fowler in the offseason. Niggas, dog, this nigga he's not reading the room. Like, they got guys, they drafted a guy and they signed a guy at your spot. Now, if you were a linebacker, it'd be different. He's a linebacker / defensive end that plays defensive end primarily most of the game. So in my mind, I'm like, dog, you got to figure that shit out, man.
Shout
And
out
again,
to
I don't know what the
Jack
numbers are.
Sanborn, bro.
And Jack Sanborn, for sure. Tackling machine. And we picked up, I think, the kid from the Titans. Kenneth something. I forgot Kenneth something. He played middle linebacker. He gonna be hitting too. So I don't understand, bro. I just don't know what Micah, his thought process. You know, again, you been around the Cowboys too long to be falling for the fuck shit, bro.
Right.
Like,
Hey,
crazy.
I tell you right now,
And
if I was in the greater Phoenix metropolitan area, I'd be calling Dallas like, what we got to do.
I'm telling you.
yeah, I feel like the
Telling you.
Raiders should definitely try and make a move. Him and Max Crosby would be crazy.
Something, bro.
They need it to compete in the West. They need it.
And I would be, you know, I think that I don't even know what the Cowboys would even want in return. Like, I knew we needed another cornerback. You know, we are pretty solid, but I still think we need depth at corner. You know, your boy came over from the Bills. I think he's having a good camp.
Yeah.
They rushing, which call him back.
I like him.
The rookie, they rushing him back. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I like him too. I think when you put me on game, I was like, okay, I'm gonna study him. He definitely is a good, for one, he's a good tackle. That's one thing I like about him. And he played through the football and he played through the whistle. So, you know, he had a couple errors in coverage. I just think they had him one-on-one too much.
You know what?
He's not that big of a player.
You know what? That sounds like coaching to me.
Sound like coaching, dog.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he'll fit our scheme. You know what I'm saying? We're more of a read and react type defense anyway. You know, we're not really gonna have guys that's playing one-on-one all game. That shit not gonna happen. Even with Bland and Diggs, you know what I'm saying? But so I don't know where we go if we decide to trade Michael. Like, you know, maybe corner. I know we brought back Hooker and Wilson, so I don't know. I think we signed Bell too. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna sign him in the end, though. I think it's a horse pony shit. Just kind of keep our name in the news.
So again, just to remind everybody, breaking news: Micah Parsons, the locker room lawyer, requested a trade from the Dallas Cowboys amidst contract negotiations. Wow.
I don't know, man. But that goes back to what you were asking earlier, right? Like, are we going to see these dudes play the majority of their careers in one uniform?
I don't think so,
You know what I'm saying? Possibly not, because that's the thing, right? And the NFL brought this on themselves since they don't guarantee contracts and that type of stuff, because like everybody in their last year is going to be like, hey, it's time to talk.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on football, it's like, hey, we got to get paid, bro. Like James Cook, I don't even think is really in a position right now to ask for money. That's probably at the end of this season that he should be asking for money.
It just all depends on who else is coming up, and because again, the price is always going up.
Right.
And at a certain point, you're not going to be able to justify being in the same market as Jahmyr Gibbs. I got to get mine before he come up, for sure. I got to get mine before Bijan come up. I got to get mine before goddamn JT just got paid. You know what I'm saying? But it's other, you know what I'm saying? I got to get mine before these niggas get there.
That's a great point, dog. And I always said Kyler Murray was a genius. Like, Kyler Murray got paid. Niggas forgot about this shit. He got paid right before Lamar Jackson. He said, shit, I don't need all that shit Lamar trying to get. Just give me right between with Lamar making and Deshaun Watson. I don't need all that extra ass shit. That nigga smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, players got to understand, bro. You got to know how they value and where you looked at in the league, in the lexicon of the NFL. You can't just go in there and say, well, I'm the next guy up. Shit. Everything else got to play into it. You know, like Tuval said yesterday, this shit is complex. Niggas who want to make that shit black and white. This shit is complex, dog. You got to know, hey, well, like you said,
Yeah, like that's why I said like my initial reaction with Terry was like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, like I still want him,
yeah,
but there are other things to consider.
facts, facts.
For sure. So, Cowboy Mike, before we get out this jump, if y'all were to trade, well, since both of y'all, before we get out, I'm gonna ask both of y'all, what would be your ideal package from your star player to receive in return?
Man, to me, I'm asking for at least for 2 first rounds, at least. That's where I'm gonna start at. Probably 2 first rounds and a player. That's just for me.
I
See,
think Micah
for
is
me,
like
it's
what, 27. I guess.
for me, it's a little tougher because it's a wide receiver, and going off of what we've seen in the last year and a half, better wide receivers than Terry have been going for about fifth rounders.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like people like Devontae Adams, for example. But his was a little different too because he was trying to. Well, I guess it's not because he wanted out, and now that Terry's made the trade request, you know what I mean? So I feel like if I could get, I'd say I would push for a third, maybe a sixth along with it, and then a lower tier receiver off your roster.
Yeah. Because I was gonna ask you five. Who was y'all third receiver?
It's either going to be Luke McCaffrey,
Okay.
uh, the rookie that we just drafted from Virginia Tech, Jalen
Okay, I
Lane,
do remember. Okay, Lane, got you.
or it'll most likely, now that I think about it, it'll most likely be Noah Brown.
Noah Brown. So I was trying to figure out is he either there or what's his name? He got his name. Oh man.
You talking about Diami?
Yeah, Diami.
No, he
He left.
left.
Okay.
He in Jacksonville.
Okay, got you. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think Noah Brown will start the season at the number 3, and then McCaffrey could play his way into that position depending on what he shows early.
Word.
And if I had my choice of the two, I would definitely rather trade for an offensive player than a defensive player because I just feel like the core that we have set up and the coaching that we have set up as far as defense, I feel like Vrabel is going to give us a decent defense. And I know that Josh McDaniels is going to do what he needs to do with the offense. We just have to have some star players to put that shit together, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I know Rez keep bringing up the Brandon Ayuk angle since him and Jaden got that relationship, and I know you want him in New England, but like as I think about it more and more, I'm like, I got to go through the Raiders roster to see what they got, because I'm sure Pete Carroll would love to put somebody like Terry with Geno.
For sure, absolutely.
And age-wise, they're on that same timeline too.
Geno hitting his second prime. I feel like that's all right. So again,
now I definitely think that Terry got a market though for sure. He definitely got a market.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, what I was trying to figure out, this is a real side note, real side note. Before we get out of here, I was wondering, because I've been talking about that report talking about how North Carolina wants to go to the SEC.
Yes.
And I just gotta feel like they gotta try to make that deal to get into the SEC, even though it's going to cost a lot of money. They gotta try to get in there next year because, like, how many years of Belichick are you going to have?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I heard that echo.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would imagine that, and obviously to a way lesser degree, but I would imagine that Belichick has a certain coach prime, like, we're going to pay attention to this about him, like, just because of his name and who he is, but lesser degree because Deion has the personality and all that kind of stuff like that. But I would imagine that NFL fans that don't even watch college football regularly might tune in to see Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
For sure.
That's gonna be a
I'm
draw.
definitely gonna catch me a UNC game.
He's gonna be a draw, bro. I might go to the USC game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, so
Were they
so
on
I'm
that
like, if you're
Costco
North
jump?
Carolina, you might just have to pay the extra money and go now.
Fact.
Were they on that Costco jump, UNC?
If what?
Was UNC on the Costco jump?
No. South Carolina was though, but North Carolina wasn't.
Man. How we looking for tonight, fellas?
Yeah, I told y'all, man, I'm on vacation.
TBD.
All right, man. Y'all already know, dog. This has been Cubs in the Gang live from the motherfucking hot box. This has been the Friday lunch box. You already know I had the gang with me. One half of sports reports as ordered. 2-5. Mike Will representing live in the building, and you know I got my dog. He goes by many names, but we call him the One Mike Pod. DJ Mike P, Cowboy Mike, Dakota Mike, bro. Oh, and you know we got Bird Gang Coach Will representing live. Is there any closing remarks that you have for us, Coach?
All roads lead to Philadelphia, fellas. There's no controversy. There's no controversy in Birdland, guys. No controversy going on. We on one accord, and we ready to win another Super Bowl. We ain't got no foolishness going on in Philly.
Well, you know what? I would wish
baby.
I would wish you good luck. I would wish you good luck, but I wouldn't mean it.
All our players are paid, baby. All our players are paid and satisfied. The invoices are signed and in, and we ready to go back. We ready to
all
go.
All I'm gonna say is, like I told Jack,
we ready to
I gave y'all love for the past couple months. That shit stops.
Dallas,
we on y'all ass week
Dallas,
one, goddamn it.
Look, Jerry.
We on y'all ass week one, Coach.
Jerry's still playing games with the players. Jerry's still playing games with the players, man.
That's what Jerry always do.
Y'all got bigger problems, man.
Coach, what's new?
Y'all got an owner with the mind of a child. He playing with the players, man.
Nobody got of an infant. Yeah, you're right. But that's what Jerry been doing, though.
He's still playing games every off season. He do this, Dallas Mike.
Every time, dog. Every time it's sad.
Like, if you can't see through that, something's wrong. I'm like,
something wrong.
Man do this every year, and then
that's exactly what I said, bro.
He gonna pay him in a couple of weeks.
Thank you in a couple of weeks. I said the same exact thing.
I'm like, man, come on. Why keep putting and you got this dude, look, you can't afford to lose Michael. I don't care how you feel about him. You can't afford to lose that. You can't afford to lose that, man.
It depends when we get back in return.
I was about to ask you, Coach, did you see that he requested a trade?
Officially.
Styrofoam, all is well in the 215, sir. All our players are they paid, brother. They in practice. They in practice happy, brother. Bro, we grinding out there. We grinding out there, bro. We need a safety though because Makuba's shoulder's hurt. Makuba's got a bad shoulder, so I think we're gonna bring another safety in, bro. You know what I'm saying, to kind of alleviate, because we were trying to put him in that position and give him that position. But right now we are lacking in that safety position because we traded Gardner Johnson, which now I know he's smiling about. Because
y'all lost Darius Slay. I'm just,
Dallas Mike Slay is in his elderly years as far as football years.
That's big play. That's big play you talking about.
He played pretty well with y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. He played very well in that Fangio system.
Absolutely. But we had to part ways with that. We got to use.
I understand. I understand why I let him go. I'm just saying though. Week one, we got two guys that's coming to town. Their names are Sedarius Lamb and George Pickens. GP, are you with me?
Hey, listen.
I'm just curious to ask you, like I asked Jack last night, who's gonna check Pickens and who's gonna check Lamb?
Well, here's the deal. The offense is going to be great, but what about the defense? You see, the offense is going to be really good. I give it to y'all. You got a top 5 quarterback in Dak, in my eyes. A top 5 quarterback in Dak. You now got the weapons on each end. And which Pickens are you going to get? Which Pickens are you?
Well, week one, I think we can survive week one.
Pickens still hasn't matured yet. He's still kind of, hey, I don't feel like playing today, Pickens. They did experience that in Pittsburgh. That's why they let him go, bro. If he was like that, they would have kept him. So
I agree with you.
That's why
he was not happy with the quarterback play. So again, like you just said, Dak is a top 5 guy, and all I've seen through camp, I've seen a model citizen. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna shit on GP until he shows me otherwise.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like I said, you still need a defense, bro. You got hopefully that.
Oh yeah, I mean our defense is opportunistic. I don't think we're gonna be great on defense. I think we'll be opportunistic. I think we just have to be like
3 teams in our division that's in the run for the Super Bowl. Y'all, Commanders, and us. I mean, I will comfortably say that. With that addition of Pickens, you know what I'm saying, and you just paid Ferguson, right? Your tight end. You just paid that guy. Yeah, you just paid him. So I mean, it should be good to go. But there's a killer in Philly still wanting his respect.
Who?
And his number is number 1, sir.
Oh, I give him respect.
There's a killer in Philly that still is not getting respected properly.
I feel you, and I agree with you.
Respect on my name tour starts this season, bro. It starts.
Nah, you can ask Cups. I've been a Jalen Hurts, supporter.
Listen, hey, Cups, you remember how humble I used to be, right? Be like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose this game. Oh, we can't. No, that's how you said, Dallas Mike. What's out the window? Yeah, that's out the window, dog. We steamrolling.
I feel you. I feel you, as you should. You got every right to feel that way. Every right to feel that way. I feel you.
Hey, Dallas Mike, y'all gonna be the first.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be the first.
I like this type of talk.
Yeah, y'all gonna be. Yeah, all that modest talk gone. It's gone now.
Hey, look, it depends on when the schedule. When did we play? When did we play? We played Thursday or what? Sunday?
We stacking wins up. We just gonna stack.
We played Thursday or Sunday.
That's a Sunday game.
Sunday game. Yeah, we might all be in the same. We ought to be in the same building.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We bro, listen.
I will drive to Richmond or wherever you are. I will drive there.
Listen, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a good chance that Howie is trying to formulate something to get Terry McLaurin. Howie's probably. I know he's working on something. He probably ain't gonna get it, but I know Howie is probably like he probably talking to his people now. They probably in a room now talking. Like, yo, what can we do to get this guy in Philly for 1 year so he can get himself a Super Bowl, then go somewhere and make his money? They want to come.
Y'all only got one. Y'all only got one football. You know that, right? Only one football.
Micah, all them guys, they want to come to Philly.
Yep. Y'all can have them in Philly. We just won 2 first-round picks.
That don't mean nothing. Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons.
And we want y'all linebacker, Bond.
But look, Cups, real quick. Now, my thing is this. Why don't you reward Terry McLaurin? He'd have been there through the worst quarterbacks, through the worst seasons. You don't want to reward. I mean, look what the guy did against the Lions. This guy did. Look what he did against us. You don't want to reward this guy? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I don't care. Look, I don't care what your no sense to me. I don't care what your mathematical theories are, numbers and the future, and I mean how this will affect. Man, you better pay that dude. That ain't affecting nothing. They got the money. The Commanders have the money. Trust and believe.
For sure.
You're gonna pay. Hold on. You're gonna pay Terry McLaurin $35 million a season over JJ?
Absolutely. That's what he got for a good season.
I can't do it. And I'm an advocate for paying the players, dog.
Dallas Mike, he hasn't had a serious injury throughout his entire career with the Skins, I don't believe. I don't think he's had
He had a shoulder.
Yo,
he had a shoulder.
Yo, you don't think this guy is worth that? You see some of the guys that's getting
no.
Paid that?
I do not think he's worth $35 million a season. No.
I do.
I would pay him 33. They offered him 33. He said, nah.
Seasons? Absolutely.
Maybe I might do like a 1 year, maybe a 2 year, and give him like what 60 up front.
No. You
maybe, but I'm not giving you 35 a year.
You reward a guy like that.
I agree. I just think I think it's time. I think it's timing is off though. Like you don't let Deebo Samuel get in the building, and then now you want to try to talk. Like,
Deebo ain't gonna do nothing.
That's how I look at it.
Deebo ain't gonna do nothing.
I don't think he is though. But he's there. He's there.
You can't compare.
But he's their security blanket.
This guy's a deep. Bro,
I'm not saying I am. I'm saying they are, Coach. They are doing that. They brought him over. They're saying, look, we got an insurance policy.
As far as deep threats, where do you rank Terry McLaurin as far as deep threats in the league?
He up there.
He up there.
He the top 8.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe top 6.
You're not gonna pay this dude for 3 seasons, bro. Do you understand what this dude could give you this season? This is the wrong season, Dallas Mike. This is the wrong season to be doing that. This is the wrong season to be doing that. This is the wrong season, man. This is the season where you be like, yeah, we got to pay this guy because
all in
this is a possible year.
Again, if I'm Watson, I make him an offer that I feel like it's decent, but I'm not going to invest that much because again, I don't look at them as real contenders outside of the fact that they got a star quarterback. They got to pay their quarterback next. So again, what are they going to do in the next couple of years? They may want to draft a guy.
They're gonna find bro.
Because Terry 30 years old. It's not like he's like 25.
But Dallas Mike, can they get to the Super Bowl this season?
Yes, they can.
Last season?
They could. They wasn't.
Last season. You
100%.
You can't play around. You can't play around. You got to pay him now. Think about the future. Are you kidding me?
Look, I love both sides. You and Cussman, y'all definitely cooking. I'm not disagreeing with y'all.
Quarterback in the next 2 to 3 years, you have a chance right now to go to the Super Bowl, bro. That's our only legitimate right now contender. That's our only legitimate contender in the NFC, bro. That's it.
I don't think Washington fans feel that way. I think Washington fans feel like we want to keep building. We're like I think they feel like they're 2 years away. Man, I don't think they think that they're one good year.
I'm from the DMV, and they talking Super Bowl. They ain't talking about no rebuilding. Them boys ready to buy their Super Bowl tickets this year. Them boys.
Okay, you got to pay. So you do pay Terry McLaurin, right? So you're not gonna end up paying Lattimore. You're not gonna end up paying who else? Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson's in the contract here too.
Lattimore ain't nothing but a penalty artist.
I'm just saying though. I'm saying for what they're looking at though. What they're looking at. I know how I feel the same way about Lattimore, but they traded for Lattimore. So in that next year, they may have to pay him. They may have to pay Brian Robinson, who's in the contract year.
You got to pay Louvu. You got to keep Louvu there. You got to keep your defensive anchor.
Yeah, Frankie Louvu.
The rest of them guys on defense can go. But I'm talking about.
I feel you. I'm just saying.
Look what but Dallas Mike, look what they did last year without a great defense.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not gonna pay Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin,
not 35. I paid Terry McLaurin 33, not 35.
What the hell is $2 million difference, Dallas Mike? Come on, man.
You're setting the precedent for the team. So okay. Let me ask you this now. So when the next year when Debo said I want to get paid, what you gonna offer Debo?
When Debo going, I'm not paying.
So you're not paying Debo anything. So again, why trade for you're making my point. So why trade for a guy? Why trade for a guy you're gonna rent for 1 year? They're saying they traded for Debo because they believe Debo is a better receiver.
No, I don't think that.
Okay.
I think they needed a physical guy.
Okay,
that's why they got.
I'm just saying what the optics may look like. I might not be right. I'm just saying when somebody trades for a guy, they're not gonna run it for 1 year. They're trading for you for a long-term investment.
McLaurin is still the number one receiver.
I agree. I'm just saying for what the team did.
I mean, I hear what you look, Dallas Mike. I hear what you're saying, and I'm with you, bro. But I'm just like, you got.
I feel you, man. I respect both sides. I respect both sides. Like Cups was giving it up too, like the same way, like before you got on, like, bro, pay this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm looking at it from the respect of the team. Now, if I'm a player, I'm gonna shoot for the fences, but I'm looking at this team and how they're constructed right now. I think they're 2 years away. I don't think they're in a win now. I think we're in a more of a win now mode than they are. Yeah. Because our team is older. This team is a younger team compared to us.
Dallas Mike, they were almost there last year.
You do realize they had a lot of comeback wins too last year. They had 8 comeback wins. They was 8-1. You know that's not gonna happen this year. You know that, right? Niggas throwing Hail Marys and shit to win games. That shit not going down like this year.
You know, how do you know that?
They on niggas' radar. Niggas got tape.
How do we know that? We know that.
That's the nature of the game.
We don't know that. You might throw a couple of Hail Marys this year.
And that shit do happen, and then God bless them. But I'm just saying how we watch football, that shit ain't happening again this year.
I mean, they're gonna have. The scouting report has already been studied and watched about.
They got tape on them niggas now, man. No, that shit is gonna be all that shit he was doing last year was great. But I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying he's not gonna be the way he was surprising people. Basically, what I'm trying to say.
I think he still does.
People were not ready for him last year. This year, niggas gonna be ready. I promise you that.
I think he still
happens to everybody.
I think he still does it.
Okay. Even Mahomes though, look, like I said before, niggas. I think I sent cups to Jones. Even the NFL has rated Mahomes at a lower rate.
Come on, bro.
He's not every single year. Mahomes has not been. He's been playing. Not saying worse and worse, but he's not been playing at that apex level he was at.
Well, I mean,
he's been throwing a lot of bad interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So like the league will get tape on you.
And Daniels here. Yeah, but I'm here. Yeah, but I mean, But I mean, really, man. I mean, honestly, this ain't last year. With the physical piece like Debo, with Terry McLaurin, with role-playing receivers, with Ertz still has it in him. I don't know if Ertz still there, but okay, man, should be okay.
We gonna see. We gonna see. I mean, look, I'm all for players getting paid. We gonna see. I think Terry has a market. So I mean, hey, if they don't want to pay him the 35, another team probably will.
You know what I'm saying? And I think New England, like I said, I feel like even him.
I'm happy you threw y'all niggas in the ring too, dog. I forgot all about y'all. Y'all got mad money. Shit, man, but I'm pulling that trigger for sure. I'm making calls like, yo, bring Terry to New England, goddammit, for sure.
I feel like that's the best possible veteran wide receiver help that we can get outside of Stephon Diggs. Like, Stephon Diggs wasn't coming off of ACL. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
This is also coupled with the fact that he's over 30 and he got the ACL.
Yeah.
But now, you know, Scary Terry, who, like we were saying, well, do you say he had the shoulder or something? But I still don't think he's
he had the shoulder joint maybe 3 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he's a major injury liability.
No, not liability.
Start.
Yeah, not liability. I wouldn't go that far to say liability. I'm just saying he said no injuries at all. Like, nah. He had a couple little knickknacks, and you know what I'm saying? It's part of playing in the league. But I feel you though. I think it'd be a great move for y'all.
Yeah, bro.
An outstanding move. And they were both, because you already seen, look, like we said, he played with Sam Howell. Like Drake May, I think is better than Sam Howell. I don't even like Drake May like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think Drake May can make plays. I think he improved over the season last year. And he can run. So shit, I think that you pair him with him, man, shit, sky's the limit. Yeah. It's gonna make y'all better because defensively y'all can already be good.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all not gonna have to score that many points, in my opinion. Like, yo, you just gotta, it's simple. Football's simple. Don't turn that shit over. Kick good field goals, field position, run the football.
Hell yeah. No bullshit. Hell yeah, big dog. So yeah, man. That was I don't know where Coach Will went, man, but you gonna have to here we go.
You back? Awesome.
Yeah, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, but
I think
we still got him. Yeah, we losing Coach, but yeah. Oh, there you go. We was losing you again, Coach.
Dang, man. It's this reception. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, bro. You look. You're talking to the king of that shit, man. My shit always messing up.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna be with us tonight?
Yeah, I get with your guys tonight, man. I
awesome.
Called out
Good luck in.
So I'm not going in tonight. I'm with y'all tonight, bros.
Look, I already know how it goes, bro.
All roads lead to Philly, baby. All roads lead to Philly. 215, baby. 215.
It's fucking hilarious.
Hey, look, man, we rolling the windows down. We letting the smoke out, man. Smoke with us.